Hello everyone and welcome back to another session of Dark Souls 3 PvP and another weapon showcase. It's been a little while, but I'm back, I'm here to stay, and I am happy to be back. The most recent patch has fixed a large number of glaring issues in the game in my opinion, and considering it's one of the last patches we'll see, that means any showcase from now on will actually be accurate. So, let's get started. Today we're using the Corvian Greatknife. This weapon requires 12 strength and 16 dexterity in order to wield. It has a descaling in strength and a descaling in dexterity. Its physical base damage is 184, and the weapon skill, which actually was updated with this most recent patch, is Blind Spot. So Blind Spot was changed in the way that makes it now more reliable. The actual animation of it is a little bit different, and what it does, well, it ignores shields, and it does a damn good job at it. So, with this weapon, there's a few things that are really important to keep in mind, things that make it excel. First and foremost would be the combo ability of this weapon. So, one thing that you'll notice that I do very frequently throughout this video is a guaranteed 3-hit combo. If you do one two-handed, 2 R1s in a row, followed by your L2 for your weapon art, it's a guaranteed roll catch on that L2. So, they, unless they stand still, will actually get caught by it. So, that's a really nice, easy combo to have. Other than that, you can throw in a few other combos by mixing your R2s and jump attacks in as well, and overall it's really a great weapon for it. The attacks all come out very quickly, and it does actually benefit from the Leo ring on the weapon's skill, as well as on your initial R1. So this weapon can be used in a few different ways. You can either focus on a more counterattacking approach, or you can focus on the more combo-oriented approach, which would be a little more successful based on my experience, in my opinion. So, it is what it is. Other than that, it's got a really good moveset. It's something that goes with the combo ability. It just has a great moveset because it allows you to mix up your attacks in a bunch of different ways. The R2s have a different timing than your skill and a different timing than your R1s, so it just makes sense. And it can throw off people who are trying to parry you very easily, which is something, again, that you'll see throughout the video. Other than that, another good thing to do with this weapon is just sort of stutter step attack. So what I mean by that is when someone is hit, you just let them back up, and you take a quick little step forward and press R1 again. And that catches them very frequently because you actually have a very long reach with this weapon when you're doing that initial R1 when two-handed. And the reason for that is because it's a thrust. It goes out relatively far, so it is what it is. That said, this is actually the longest dagger. I don't know if I had mentioned that earlier on, and that's another big pro as well. So overall, we've got a lot of good stuff going for us on this thing. Now, as far as the cons, because of course there are going to be a few, it's a dagger. The damage isn't going to be spectacular. It's not going to deal a ton of damage, and compared to other weapons, even though this is the longest dagger, it still is a little bit short. That's just something to bear in mind. Also, because you are going to be attacking more frequently because you need to in order to actually deal damage, you are in a way more likely to be parried. However, if you're mixing up your attacks, you're using the moveset to its fullest, as I mentioned earlier, you'll be in better shape. So it won't happen as often as it could. But again, that requires you to actually use the moveset to its fullest, which it's a hard thing to do, in all honesty. And if you start getting into little habits, relying on a few certain combos over and over, that can be bad as well. And that's something that I did and I shouldn't have been doing, in all honesty. I went for the R1 L2 combo way more often than I should have, and in a way it's very fortunate for me that no one caught on. They can just stand still and attack me, go for a trade, and win when I'm going for that combo, or try and parry the skill. I actually am not 100% certain if the skill can be parried. I don't believe that it can, so that's something I'm actually not sure of. I should have tested. Shame on me for not testing. Sorry about that. But it's just something to keep in mind, basically. Other than that, though, there's really not a whole lot else to say about the weapon. It's a really surprisingly good weapon, very fun to use. I enjoyed it a lot, in all honesty, I really did. So if you haven't used this one since the patch, I would highly recommend trying it out. And that's all I've got. So, thank you guys all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you're happy that I'm back to uploading the weapon showcases, then let me know in the comments. If not, and you want me to just abandon the series, well, tough, because I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get a bunch of them done, and that's the plan. So, either way, guys, this is where we're ending things. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Thank you all again for watching. and I will see you guys next time.